I'm in the HSV R8 Clubsport. I've just had the Xtreme performance twin organic clutch fitted to the car yesterday, and I'm taking it for a drive again. So I'm just going to give my opinion in this video as to what I think about the clutch, etc. There's not too many videos going around that I can find, at least not for fitting on these cars, and so I was kind of interested in drivability and things like that, because the car is pretty much a daily driver and it can tend to be used a bit in traffic, stop and start. So I was a little bit hesitant because the clutch, because of the wary of the heaviness of it, you know, and I don't want to basically wear my left leg out and need a hip replacement before I turn 60. So I thought, well, I looked at a few reviews, and again, couldn't see too much on it, but the issue was that the clutch had actually slipped going back a few weeks ago, taking off from a set of lights, trying to get the jump on, well, not trying to, but getting the jump on the car next to me, who decided he wanted to have a race. So I gave it a bit of stick, put my foot down, and I had a lot of revs, but the car wasn't really going anywhere. Threw it into second gear, nothing. Threw it backed off the accelerator a bit, threw it into third, and finally got some traction. So yeah, I thought, well, you know, I was told originally when I got the car, I put a supercharger in it, 3-inch exhaust, got it cammed, dynoed, everything else, and I did ask a question around on the forums and stuff, you know, do I need a heavy duty clutch, and what was suggested was, you know, stick with the clutch you got. They're pretty good as they are. There's a single plate come from the factory or from HSV, or whether they're the standard Holden V8 one, I don't know. Let's see how you go. They said you blow it, you buy, and you get yourself a twin plate. Well, that was 3 years ago, since I got the supercharger upgrade, and the car's actually been pretty good on that clutch, and I haven't overdone it too much, being a bit wary of that. But yeah, when it slipped the other day or a few weeks ago, I went, oh, I don't want to be sitting on the side of the road and get caught, you know, have to get a tow truck or something. So I thought it might be time to go for a twin plate, and it turns out it was actually a good move, good timing, because I actually looked at the old flywheel and clutch plate, etc., that came out of the car after they did this upgrade, and yeah, it was it's seen better days. The other thing is too is and I can't remember the name for it. There's actually a name that they use for the type of clutch or flywheel that was in the car, which is, I believe it's like a two-piece, but it's like it's one piece, but it's two pieces joined together more or less. It's your harmonic balancer and your flywheel all in one. And I don't know that that's a great idea, but you know, by the sounds of what the mechanic was saying to me, who did this upgrade, he said, I've got no idea why they would put one of those in that type of car. So I'm guessing, based on that, yeah, maybe it needed something better from the word go. I don't know. But like I said, look, I've had the car since new, and so 2014, and so 7 years. It's been good, 7 or 8 years. It's been a good car, and really nothing really gone too badly, you know, wrong with it mechanically. Been through a few tyres, but you know, it's getting that kind of 9 years old now, and yeah, when that slipped, I thought, okay, let's do the upgrade. So getting back towards my to my opinion on it. So when I was told when I drove out to the workshop, the mechanic said, oh, by the way, the clutch is quite low now, or where it bites. the pickup point, and he was right. Clearly, there's a huge difference. I think it's probably about halfway up before the old clutch used to kind of grab. This one's probably, I'd say, about quarter of the way. So, which is obviously a good thing, because what I found already in just a very short period of time is driving it around. It makes for really quick gear changes. With this being a manual, you know, obviously you want to have quick changes, not having to let the clutch all the way back up, and then, you know. So, and just a couple of times I've kind of come up to like a bend or roundabout, like I come up to now, and I just quickly go through the gears, and the difference is like chalk and cheese. So slow down here in the second gear. Well, I'll just give you a bit of an example. It's only 60 zones, so we'll just pass some cops. So let's go up here. So I'll give it a bit of stick. Now, so that, I was a little bit slow there actually myself. That was my doing that, but that was from first to second was way quicker than it used to be. But it's not only that; it's the actual the way it puts the power down. So it's like it's got more. It's like the engine's got more power, because there's no give. It just transfers the power straight through to the gearbox, through to the rear end. So that was the first thing I noticed, and getting used to it. You know, you drive it out and you go, gee, yeah, it's definitely heavier as I expected, but it's not overly heavy. I mean, you're going to sit there with your foot down, the clutch down all the time. It's just going to wear your leg out, but you don't do that. You don't drive the car like that. So you'll sit here at the lights, the clutch is out, but it's when it comes to actually doing the gear changes that I notice a big difference. So yeah, I think in my opinion anyway, as someone else said in the video, I think his first impressions, the first 5-10 minutes were, oh shit, you know, maybe I've done the wrong thing in getting this, you know, in doing this upgrade. It's not cheap, but yeah, no, it's definitely worth it. He said after 15 minutes of driving, he loved it. No, I love it. It's like the car feels more complete. It's what it needed. The old clutch just wasn't up to, and I think just transferring the power, it just wasn't doing it. And if anything, then you just get, you know, the clutch would just slip, or you can't get the power to the ground. But with this one, it's absolute beauty. I absolutely love it. And on the first day, it was just you know, within an hour of driving, I kind of got used to it. You got to have the revs up a little bit from a, you know, stand still. Otherwise, you're going to stall it. That's obvious. I mean, that's kind of, you know, you kind of expect that, but that's no big deal. Just add a few extra revs to it before you release the clutch. I mean, it's not hard, and you quickly get used to it. But it feels more like a race car now. I mean, I've got the Supercharger in it, the 3-inch exhaust. I've had it lowered. Got the cam in it, other few bits and pieces. It's taking it up from 340 kilowatts to 540 kilowatts. So quite a big difference, obviously. And that, I would say, probably was a weak link in the chain. But again, you know, look, I've got 7-8 years use out of it. Taking a bit of a hammering when you consider it's got a supercharger. It's probably not really built for that. It's built for more your standard, obviously, you know, your factory R8. So, but if anyone's actually contemplating, I guess the point of the video is to, like I say, just put some more videos out there, because there just doesn't seem to be much on this. They're a beautiful clutch, made in Australia, and absolutely love it. If you're in any doubt as to whether you should do it, do it. Is what I say. You won't regret it, and like I said, I absolutely love it. So that's probably about it. I'm just going for a bit of a cruise down local shopping centre down here, so I don't think I've got too many turns or anything. I can really show you. But and also we've got a cop shop literally down the road here. And a school right next to me, so just got to be a little bit careful. Got a bit of a started about a week ago, if you can hear it on the video, but it's sounds like a fan belt or a bearing or something. And I've actually had a bit of work done on it recently, like I said, with the clutch, etc., and a few other things. And two mechanics, I actually had the engine mounts replaced because one was broken. One was broken, and so they're replacing it. But both the mechanics have said it sounds like there's like a squeaky sort of a belt noise. It sounds like it's coming from the supercharger. So I've actually got it booked in with the guys who fitted it a few years ago. I mentioned it to them. They said it doesn't sound like anything major, but yeah, maybe it needs you know, sometimes the bearings in there need greasing up and stuff like that, like actual servicing. So I'm going to take it in there. Booked it a few days from now, but I think I might take it in today. It's actually just dropped by. So hey, it's actually making it's a little bit louder than what it was. Need a chance to have a quick look. So yeah, I might do another video on that as well. So I'm just going to do a few videos on this. The car's going through quite a few upgrades at the moment, so I'll put stuff on YouTube about that as well. But yeah, so as far as the clutch goes, yeah.